Let's learn about printing to the console. So I have this message that I want to print out onto the Java console here. The cake is a lie, and I have it printed on 2 lines. So let me go to BlueJ, make a new class, and I'll call this cake message. And inside my cake message, let's go ahead and create a class for this. So public class cake message. And we're going to just going to be executing commands. So we're just going to have a main method here, public static void main string args. Okay, so to print something to the console, we're using the system out object, system.out, and we're going to call the println method on the system.out object, println. The argument for println needs to be a string. Strings appear in quotes. In this case, it needs to be a string. The cake. The ln here means that after we're done writing this, the cursor will move to the next line. So now I can go ahead and do println is a lie. I can compile this and run it, and let's see what happens. And there it is. The cake is a lie, written just the way we wanted it. Okay, now let's edit this. Now, what if I went ahead and did println the cake and just did print is a lie? Would that be any different from before? This was the output from last time. This is the new output. No, it looks exactly the same. No different. But if I go ahead and run it again now, we have an issue because the print left the cursor at the period right here, right after the period, and the next time we printed, it stayed on the same line. So while that did give us the desired output, it had an unintended consequence. So there's a few ways we can get around dealing with this. One, well, of course, we can just put the ln back. Another option would be you can do a println all by itself. Putting a println all by itself with no argument will automatically move it to the next line. So let me go ahead and clear the screen and run it a couple times. Run it once. Run it twice, and it did indeed move to the next line. Another thing we can do is we can add a custom line break, and there's a special code for that, \n. \n is a special code that means move to the next line. So the console will not actually print a \n, it sees the \n and immediately just moves to the next line. So let's clear this and see that as well. Compile, run it once, run it twice, and it did indeed move to the next line. So actually, we could refactor or change our whole code to be on one single print statement. If we did system.println, the cake is a lie, what would happen here? Would this actually print the way we want? Let's compile it and run it. Ooh, we got a space here because this \n just means move to the next line. There's a space after the cake right here, so that space showed up. And there's a space before is on the next line. So this \n is just going to be right in the middle of the 2 words cake and is. So it's going to look a little bit weird, cake/niz, but no, the \n just moves to the next line. So let's compile that and run it. And now it appears the way we want it to. So To move to a new line, use \n. Let's comment out this code right here. Clear the screen. Let's compile and run. To move to a new line, use the exclamation mark, because \n moves to a new line. So how do I actually print the \n? Problem is, backslash is what's called an escape character. So it will stop, it will not actually print that character, it'll just do a command based on what comes after it. And since the n comes after it, it says go to the next line. So we need to have some way of printing a backslash. And the way of printing a backslash is with a backslash. A backslash followed by a backslash, this sequence together says don't print a new line or anything, just make a backslash. Let's compile this and run it. And there it is. To a new line, use \n. So what we have is \n makes a new line. \\/ makes a single backslash. And one more thing, if I want to make quotes, I can say, "Wow, that's cool, you said." This is not the green that we expect from a string. And the problem is, I want to have these quotes to denote that I'm quoting someone, quoting you, but the quotes also mean that we're starting and ending strings. So just like a \n makes a new line and a \\/ makes a single backslash, we can use the escape sequence, the escape character, a backslash, in front of the quotes and tell the computer, no, I'm not trying to end the string, I'm actually just wanting to print a quote. So \quote makes a quote. So let's try that and run it. There it is. So there's some printing and using escape characters. There's several more, and you can look up escape sequence Java in Google and find more information.